It is April 3rd. It is day 73 of the Trump presidency. How are you guys hanging in today? I am guessing some of you might be a little bit upset about your stocks, your 401ks, your savings. I'm sorry, I don't know what it sounds like if I accidentally tap that mic. I hope I didn't just blow out your eardrums. But if I did, you're welcome, because that means you don't have to listen to what's happening anymore. I'm sorry. It's a bad joke. So the stock markets just hit their lowest point in 5 years. They are expected to go lower. I think a lot of countries right now are coming up with their plans. Some of them plan to retaliate. For instance, the EU is considering literally halting all trading with the United States. China is calling the United States a bully. I mean, I really don't appreciate being grouped in with him for any reason. Just because I happen to be geographically imprisoned here. I do not appreciate calling the country a bully. It's a dude. It's a dude. It's a series of dudes, you guys. It's really just a series. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, by the way, when I'm doing this, I'm putting lavender oil into hand lotion and putting it on my hands. Actually, I highly recommend that. Lavender oil can help with anxiety and depression. And also, it smells really good. But I think I don't know what you would have to do, inject it directly into your veins. It's not strong enough, is what I'm saying, to help with this level of anxiety and depression. Anyways, okay, so the EU is basically considering saying, fuck us entirely. China is calling us a bully, us. The US and us, I guess. It's really not fair. The UK and Japan are saying that they're hopeful for negotiations with Trump. Everyone's fucking losing their shit. Understandably. This is going to heavily affect the rest of the world as well. I mean, there are some countries where it's probably easier for them to just pull back and kind of stay out of it. And for some countries, their economy is intimately tied not just to the United States, but to the dollar. Which we'll get to that in a little bit, but yikes, for all of us. So yeah, that is an unfolding crisis. And there are huge, massive protests planned. There already were. For the 5th, which is, I believe, Saturday, Trump is actually supposed to be taking off for a golf trip this weekend. I heard that and I was laughing so hard because it's just so cunty. And I'm really sorry if you hate that word. I mean it in a drag queen way, cunty. And he does not deserve to be compared to a drag queen at all whatsoever. But it's so it's Southern debutante bitchiness. And he is how old is he? 78-year-old man. But it's again, if this wasn't going to destroy our lives, it would be so funny. The way that he operates, just everything he does. It's literally, I think I've said this before, I feel like I'm being held at gunpoint and tickled because it's so funny and it's so horrifying and it's so destructive and it's so horrible. And also there's truly real suffering that is occurring at the hands of this man. And yet somehow still, it's just, I'm laughing at the audacity that he has. He has an unmatched level of audacity. I'm thinking about a meme I saw today that said, because there's a lot of leftists and other people as well that have been like desperate for someone to like destroy capitalism and like take down America. And it said something like, you can say death to America and it's fine, but when somebody finally does it, you're mad at him for it. And it's true. He is literally, for all the people that wanted to bring down the system, fuck the man, no one could destroy the system faster than Donald Trump. I'm sorry. He is decimating every American structure. To be honest with you, I am even maybe talking about our infrastructure because, for instance, the next story is that there are floods and tornadoes everywhere right now. A huge swath of the South and the Midwest are experiencing horrible weather, tons of damage. 7 people have passed away from these storms, and we don't have, like, they've destroyed the organizations that would be there to help rebuild. So not only is he destroying the concept of America, the US dollar, the stock market, freedom, free speech. He is doing this shit in record time. 73 days. This is wild. Anyways. All right. Deep breath after that. So Judge Boasberg is considering holding Trump and Trump's administration in contempt for violating his court orders on the migrant deportations. I am so curious. If he does that, what does that mean? What will happen? Will anything happen? Again, these guardrails that are being tested in these unprecedented ways, like, are they at all strong enough to push back against anything that's happening? And again, we even have some like bipartisan support for pushing back against some of this stuff. But is Judge Boasberg holding the Trump administration in contempt also just symbolic? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I think we will find out. Trump has fired 3 National Security Council officials because Laura Loomer told him to. He's denying that, but he had a meeting with her, and she has been vocalizing her disapproval for these people, and now they're fired. So I don't really care about the, like, I understand that we have this expectation that presidents are not supposed to just like blatantly lie like a toddler would. Like, you catch your toddler with the chocolate in their hands and you're like, are you eating chocolate right now? And they're like, no. That's how it feels when this man tries to lie. It's so like, I'm looking at you. I'm watching you do it. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? But there are all these people that, because they have no experience with narcissism and because they, again, it's all so unprecedented. And there's people that value decorum and tradition and respect so much that they're willing to allow those things to actually destroy themselves, kind of. Like, if you are not willing to call this out, then you are participating in the destruction of respect and decorum and tradition and the integrity of the American presidency, because he is defiling it and you're pretending like he's not. But okay, keep doing it. I mean, I think that the gloves are starting to come off a little bit again. I mean, I'm still seeing some people criticizing Cory Booker, and I understand it's not enough. Don't get me wrong. It's not enough, but I don't know. We waited too long, man. And we told you. We screamed, please, do not say that both parties are the same. That's insane. You're insane for saying that. Sure, both parties have serious problems, but they are not the fucking same, bro. Anyways, there's still going to be people that are going to take that shit. They're going to be saying that shit from their actual grave. Both parties are the same. It's like, bro, you died of tuberculosis because of the Trump administration. I'm sorry. I'm in a really goofy mood tonight. I couldn't sleep very much last night. My puppy experienced his first like loud thunderstorm. So he was just not having it. He was barking and barking and barking and barking. And because Michigan got some of the rain as well. Nothing like the rest of the states it was a long storm, a long thunderstorm, and also just a ton of rain. And the ditches, my neighbors' ditches are so full of water that it's created like an actual current, like a river. However, I am not complaining in comparison to the other states that are getting horrible storms that are way more destructive. But I'm just really tired. This is just comedy gold. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, yes, it's going to kill us and it's going to destroy our country. But it's so funny. Dr. Oz was confirmed today to lead Medicare and Medicaid. I was trying to think of an analogy. I'm like, I am at a loss for words. That is a headline that is a real. It's so funny. It reminds me so much of Arrested Development or something. It's like, it can't be. It's an episode of South Park. Like, there's no way this is real, but it is. It's actually real. That guy is just a stupid, dumbass reality TV star that is, like, not even smart for a reality TV star. And now he's fucking gonna destroy... he's gonna destroy Medicare and Medicaid. Again, I know I say this 1,000 times per show. I'm not laughing at the demise of the people. I will absolutely and have absolutely shed many, many tears about this. I think I have this, I have a lot of doom acceptance is what it is. And again, like, we're also trapped here. It's not like, I'm not willing to remove myself from this planet at this moment. And so I understand that I may have to experience some horrible things. And I think in the midst of that suffering, obviously I'm not going to be cackling like I am right this second. I think it's more, I don't know, have you guys seen the movie Donnie Darko? It's a really weird movie and it's very hard to explain. But there's a scene when he knows that a plane is about to crash into his room and kill him, and he's like laughing really hard. And that is the emotion that I can. And also there's some scenes in Fight Club where the main character is laughing really hard at really, really dark things. That's the kind of laughing I'm doing. It is in no way meant to dismiss the horror of this moment, because it is horrifying. But I can't, it's sort of like a Muppet is gonna shoot me in the head point blank. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a really weird. It's like, yeah, I know I'm about to die, but why is a Muppet gonna kill me? You know what I mean? I just can't believe that it's Dr. Oz that's pulling the trigger. So bananas. Anyways, speaking of bananas, RFK, of course, they are so sloppy. RFK has to reinstate some of the employees and programs that they just by mistake tore to shreds and fired and destroyed. Okay. How many times do we have to hear that? Maybe instead of just blanket firing every single person. Anyways, it's whatever. I don't even care anymore. I would really support those employees, like, literally getting really close into a microphone and recording themselves saying, fuck you, go fuck yourself, and just emailing that back to them. I don't think they should go back. Why? I mean, I understand that a lot of people have to have their jobs, and they understandably, it would be difficult for me to miss one full month of payment. 100%. So I get it if you got to just do what you got to do, but it would be really sweet if you could just go finally start your beehive business or whatever you actually want to be doing, and tell them to get fucked. I support both choices. The education department is threatening schools now that if they don't eliminate DEI, they'll lose their funding. What's so fucked up about that is they literally mean like eliminate Black history. Like you can't teach kids about slavery. I will be fucking teaching my kid. We've already started talking about it actually, in an age appropriate way, but I'm not gonna, she's gonna know the truth. And, it's despicable. It's embarrassing. It's despicable. It's disgusting. I know that Trump he's also threatening, I might have said this yesterday in the headlines, but he's threatening like other countries that if they don't comply with his DEI orders, that they won't be able to do business with us. And honestly, at this point, those countries should just be like, okay, we're all set with doing business with you guys. This is how narcissists get you, though. It's the financial abuse thing is really tough because if you're dependent on the narcissist financially, it's really easy for them to abuse you, isn't it? And this is the problem, is that the world right now is dependent on the dollar in so many ways that it's really tough for people, for other countries to stonewall the United States in the way that would cause the most damage and the most impact and bring this to a halt the fastest. But that is what they need to do. They need to literally, like the rest of the world needs to cut the United States off completely. That's what would really take care of this in a heartbeat. Will they have the guts? I don't know. And also, obviously, I'm not advocating for my own demise here. Although, that being said, a big part of me suspects that we would figure it out as citizens in this country, that we would... I do think there would be chaos for a period of time, but I think we would develop barter systems and other ways to survive. I do not foresee everyone dying. They did a lot of creative things during the Depression. They started writing like IOUs and stuff like that. I don't know. A lot of us will pull through. I feel very strongly about that. Every headline tonight is just like Twilight Zone. The White House is studying what it's going to cost for them to take over Greenland and control it as a territory. So like they're literally doing a cost analysis. That's how far it's gotten. It's not a fucking joke, bro. It's not. And this is where I think like everyone's like, oh my God, I didn't think he was really going to do the tariffs and I didn't think they were going to be this bad. Everything that you think, everything he has jokingly mentioned, he's going to do it and it's going to be worse than you think. And let's start from that premise and work our way backwards. And then if he doesn't get something done, that's amazing, right? Like with the wall, I think a lot of people are comparing this presidency to his first presidency, but don't forget they've had all this time to plan, and he has an army of psychos behind him trying to help him accomplish the destruction of the United States. And it's more than one army, really, because it's like Russia, it's also like the Peter Thiel bros, and it's also like, I mean, the weird... I guess like Nazi, behind the scenes Nazi cult that's going on. And then there's also, and they're all kind of like entangled. And then some of them are a little bit separated. There's also the Christian nationalists, like they're all in this. And they've had a long time to figure out how to do this effectively. And it's working, and it's time to accept that like if he says something, you should take it seriously and assume the worst so that you don't get the wind knocked out of you emotionally and otherwise. That's the worst. Did you ever get the wind knocked out of you when you were a kid? I used to a lot. I was kind of wild. I was just physically very like wild. I was always like doing a bunch of crazy acrobatics and sports and shit. And I'm using that analogy very specifically because I see a lot of the people around me getting the metaphorical wind knocked out of them. They're very surprised and then they can't breathe. Don't let that happen. He's gonna do the worst things he possibly can. And they are going to break. They will not show mercy or empathy because they don't have those qualities, okay? So when you're like, how could they eliminate Meals on Wheels? Yes. Because it's meaningless to them. They don't care if those people die. It's not, this isn't like it's not an exaggeration, but more than that, it's, I think that's kind of the point. They consider those people to be a burden. And they mean it. Again, the guy, God damn it, what is that guy's name again? Not Peter Thiel, the other guy that we talked about him a lot at first. It's like Elon's boy who wants to put all of our brains in bats. Like, he literally says he would just kill all of those people that he considers non-contributing members of society. He would just kill them. But he understands that that's a socially unpopular concept. So he will put them in his weird fucking matrix room to be hooked up to goop and virtual reality instead. And he is dead ass serious. These people are really, really ill. Anyways. This is exciting. I don't know that it's going to get anywhere, but there is a representative named, I'll spell her name. It's Mikie. So I don't really know if that's Mickey or Mikey. Cheryl is her last name, Sherill, has introduced legislation that would require drug testing for special government employees, which would include Elon Musk and Doge. And that is fucking fantastic because those kids, they be on some drugs. Some drugs that should absolutely disqualify them from making decisions at all or operating a motor vehicle. Reuters is reporting that the Deutsche Bank has issued a tsunami warning financially and is essentially saying that the dollar is in crisis. Yeah. Again, I believe this is the point, and a lot of people have pointed out that the tech bros want to create their own financial system. So they want to break the current financial system and then swoop in like their heroes, give us some like, what did I call it before? People liked it too. I don't know. It's like douchebag coin, but that's not what it was. But anyways, yeah, they want to create their own, did we call it fart coin? No, I don't remember. Anyways, it'll be called whatever it's called. And they're going to force a system where we're using their fart coins instead of money. Where money becomes obsolete and now they're the money. And now they are in complete control. I don't know if they're going to pull that off. I don't know. Again, I think that when it comes to that point in the game, there's a lot of people that want this initial phase of break everything, okay? There's multiple countries that are all for watching the United States really get demolished in this way, and it benefits them very heavily. But when it comes to losing all the financial progress that they've made with the dollar and with the current system and having to like start from a clean slate, I don't know. So unless there's like major bribery, and maybe there is. It feels like I'm fucking explaining the plot of a very fucked up dystopian fiction book, and I'm not. I'm talking about our lives. But anyways. Thank God. 2 more stories. The Pentagon Inspector General is investigating Hegseth. Yeah. And they're going to investigate the group use of Signal and whether they complied with DoD policies. Hint, no, they didn't. Will they uphold our typical, checks and balances process? Will they actually give these people any consequences? I don't know. I guess it depends on like how serious the death threats are and all of that. Last story. This is not a story. It's just a point that I wanted to make that everyone is pointing out. Russia was not included in the tariffs. Anyways, I can't wait for bed. I am so excited to go to sleep. I hope that my animals are not going to keep me up all night tonight. The cats also kept coming in. Both of them were in bed. So there's 3 animals in bed with me. Sometimes it's kind of a lot. Anyways, I hope you guys are hanging in there. If you just lost all of your money, don't worry. Fartcoin is going to save you. I'm just kidding. It's not a good joke. It's no time for jokes, Natalie. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.